Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Niko House, and I am host of the political radio show Mikasa Sukasa. And as I am in the middle of making a video, I see my good friend HA Goodman has been wrongfully attacked again. Quite honestly, was straight lied on. And I'm like, oh Lord. I look at the video, I say, oh damn. Who got HA worked up, man? Who got HA worked up? And, you know, I thought it was just the normal, you know, people complaining, putting words in his mouth, which that is true. Somebody did put words in his mouth. And, you know, I just thought it was Twitter beef. Once again, people doing what they do, which we deal with daily. Just it's part of the life. But it wasn't just that. Once again, someone with a large platform decided they wanted to try to ridicule and slander a progressive journalist. David Pakman decided that he was going to tell the world that HA Goodman said that he personally had FBI sources. And of course, if you follow me and you follow Tim Black and you follow HA, you know that one thing HA is not going to do is let someone lie on his name. And he asked him on Twitter, okay, where did I say that at? And David Pakman all of a sudden, oh, well, I don't know where I got that from. I need a source. I need to do some sourcing. No, it's because he never said it. And in fact, if you go to HA's channel, which I suggest you do, HA's video contains the quote that he is trying to say that HA made, that David Pakman is trying to say that HA made. Saying that David Pakman tried to say that HA claimed that he had personal FBI sources. And then he literally says, HA in the video, in the interview with Jordan Sheraton from TYT, he literally says, I don't have personal sources. So he took something that HA said out of context and tried to twist it and insult him. Now, first of all, stop. You know what? We're going to get to the larger problem that I've been seeing out here in this progressive journalism communities with these political analysts. Now, simply because you have a platform and you talk nice and you got a few people to invest in your channel and people share your work and you have memberships and you have a nice website, that does not make you a political analyst. Because you can go to CNN and read word for word what they're talking about and you can complain about Trump, the very obvious, it's so easy. I know people on the street who can give me good political analysis about why most of Trump's politics aren't acceptable. You're not bold. You're not groundbreaking. You lack conviction. There are too many journalists, analysts on the internet who told a lie because they don't want to piss off neoliberals. They don't want to make bold predictions. But you know who will make bold predictions for you? HA. In most of his predictions, the only one that hasn't come true was that the FBI probe into Hillary Clinton would lead to a conviction. But the only reason it didn't wasn't because his facts weren't correct, wasn't because his sources weren't correct, but because we eventually come to find out that the entire system was corrupt all the way to Comey, including his ties with the Clinton Foundation. But he predicted Viner, Uma Abedin's husband, would be dealt with, and he is currently being dealt with. He said that the email probe was going to be continued to be talked about, and it was, as we just saw. There was a hearing 2 weeks ago about how James Comey dealt with the email situation. Me, HA Goodman, Tim Black, and a couple of others were bold enough while the primary was still going on to say Trump is going to win. If Bernie Sanders does not win this primary, here is exactly how it will happen. Here are the numbers supporting this theory when everyone else was calling us crazy. Because we were bold enough to, God forbid, do some political analyses. What people come to us for. Now, simply because you told a lie, you aren't racist, and you believe in basic human rights, that doesn't make you progressive. You're not bringing anything innovative to the table. And I am tired of people, journalists, like some from TYT, like David Pakman, and others, attacking people like HA Goodman, attacking people like George Webb, who is putting his life in danger every single day, attacking people like Jared H. Beck and this lawsuit when people are calling him an opportunist when he is doing all this right now. They are in debt because of this case. Attacking people like myself for being bold enough to make the claims that you want, for being bold enough to draw the conclusions that you are scared to attack not only conservatives with conviction, but attack crooked Democrats, liberals, and anyone else alike with that same ferocity, because the truth is the only thing that matters. The objective truth. We don't have to do ad hominem attacks. HA doesn't have to ad hominem attack anyway. HA has source after source after source after source after source. And if you watch his videos, you would know this. Guess what? When everyone else was so scared and was claiming Fox redacted, Fox redacted, Fox redacted, including you, David Pakman, when you want to insult Fox News because it's so easy to do that. But what you didn't cover was the fact that there was almost zero to redact. Because the private investigator did not retract that statement. Nor did you talk about the fact, because I follow your channel, I was a so-so fan, but I liked you because you did, at least at the bare minimum, you would present new facts sometimes. But you didn't talk about the fact that the private investigator had never retracted his statements. Not once. You didn't talk about the fact that after he was fired, he brings up the fact that Donna Brazil was implicated in his investigation. You haven't talked about that. You didn't talk about the fact that the DNC brought up their cleanup crew, and these are all extremely pertinent circumstantial evidence. But you want to gloss over the surface with some nice little bold, so something that you could put in bold print, but won't piss too many people off. So you can say, oh, but we don't know, but it could be. Like, that's not political analysis. So if you're going to criticize someone, if you're going to insult someone, first of all, get your facts straight. Because at the bare minimum, you may not like all of HA's political analyses. You may not like Tim Black's political analysis. You may not like Harbash's political analyses, David Opperman. You may not like everyone's political analyses. But at least they're bold enough to make them. At least they're bold enough to do something outside of reading a damn news article that anyone could find online. HA sit there in front of that web camera and built his fan base from nothing. Very similar to you. But guess where that fan base came from? Guess where that support base came from? Because he was building more facts than anybody else at that time. Tim Black, the same thing. Providing analyses when other people were scared to. You're a journalist. I'll give you that. Not saying much. Anybody with a camera can be a journalist now. But progressive, that's questionable. Because the key word, obviously, in progressive is progress. And just simply regurgitating the status quo and pretending that you're, just because you hate Trump. And that's not progressive. That's neoliberal, as it comes. I bet you didn't talk about the fact that Trump is actually introducing parental leave and making the businesses pay for it. You probably didn't talk about that because it doesn't fit a neoliberal agenda. It doesn't mean you can toe that line that you like to toe so much. So please, once again, if you want to attack people, get your facts straight. HA is one of the best political independent journalists and independent analysts that we have out there. And you should be wanting to work with him, not insult him. But hey, whatever you can do to get your numbers up, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Always remember, find your balance.